So I just want to welcome you, and I want to thank those of you who are already breakfast donors. The $30 a day makes sure that all the kids are starting the day calmly, not hungry. It really increases attendance when we have this program, and it reduces a lot of anxiety for the kids. And it's great that it's consistent. We'll hear from one of the teachers who will tell you the history of how we started the breakfast program and how it evolved. Okay, so we're gonna have Samila comes, Samila, and Samila was started as a second grade teacher. She does do second grade part-time, but she is now the director of the primary school. And combien d'années dans l'école là en français? She's been here for 18 years so far. Yeah. Bienvenue, Samila. Okay, so Samila, did we always have the breakfast program? Est-ce que nous avons un programme manger matin tout le temps?
Nous avons un programme manger matin, mais il faut seulement 3 jours.
In the beginning, we had a breakfast program that was only 3 days a week.
Et puis après, nous venons constater que Jean ça utile nous le aujourd'hui la manger chaque matin. Et puis ensemble, nous venons bailler les 3 de nos semaines.
But once we saw how it benefited the kids, we tried to raise more money so that we could actually give it the breakfast every single day. What was happening on the days that you weren't giving breakfast? Le pas de manger, qui ça ou te ouais?
Bon, les manger à pas toute une semaine, te gagne puis l'absence l'école là, dans 2 jours pas de manger.
So we only had it 3 days a week, and she said there was a lot of absences on the days that we didn't have the breakfast. Yes. And why do you think it's important to have breakfast? What do you see when you have breakfast versus when you don't? Qui ça ouais yo pas manger avec le yo manger?
Les pas de manger pendant 2 jours, ça te bat un peu problème.
When we didn't have it, that gave us a lot of problems.
Si mon tap dormi dans classe,
A lot of kids were sleeping during class,
j'étais empêché pour faire ce travail.
and it made it hard for the teachers to work.
Et puis, pour ça va de façon bonne journée.
And the teachers did not have a good day. Yeah. So what other differences might you see when they have this program? Why do you think it's important? Donc, pour que ça pense l'important, est-ce qu'il y a une différence ou ouais? Et puis, expliquez-nous, Tifia, pour que ça au bail, expliquez Jean au bail dans matin, et puis au série kek, et jamais t'es souvent, pas, non, d'accord?
Et li vraiment important.
It's very important
Nan manger matin, hein,
in the breakfast program.
et on constate gen ti moun qui seulement manger l'école là.
Because I know that there are some kids that only eat at school, not at home.
Moi me fait de façon, m'ba yo parti nan matin.
So I started changing the way we give breakfast. I give a portion of it in the morning,
Et puis m'ba yol nan après-midi.
and now I save some, and so that I can give it in the afternoon right before they leave as well.
Parce que raison fait me faire ça,
The reason I'm doing that,
yon fois m'déjeune yon ti moun
because one day I saw one of our little girls.
tap caché pour mettre yon parti nan manger là nan yon vessie.
She was trying to hide the fact that she was trying to take some of her food and put it in her backpack.
Le me rapproche,
when I came to talk to her.
Me pose le question, me dit, pour qui ça va mette yon pati nan manje ou la nan l'autre vaisseau?
And I asked her, why are you putting some of your breakfast in another container?
Li te di m, se baske pou ka pote la kaili, pou pote pou maman.
She said, I'm putting it in there so I can bring some home to give to my mother.
Et puis, me dit, ou pas besoin retirer nan pa ou la, pour mettre manger, m'a serré pour ka pote pour maman nan pita.
So I said to her, you don't have to do that. You can eat all your breakfast and I will give you some to bring home in the afternoon. You don't have to worry anymore.
C'est ça fait tout, tout kembe même outil nan, m'bayo un pati nan matin, et puis c'est reste là chaque lè ou la ge, m'bayo.
So that's what changed, where now I give them only part of the breakfast and then I give the rest right before they go home.
Parce que gen si moun, sel nan matin an la vraiment yo joun ti bagay pou manger. Yo pa dormi comme ça, et puis le retourner dans demain, c'est là incroyable. Joun bagay.
Because, there's several kids where they just eat in the morning. And if we only gave it in the morning, the only time they're going to eat again is the next morning. Okay. I'm trying to think of something else that Samila told me. Est-ce que yo te na lin konya yo bay na
Ah
class?
oui. Non premier temps, nous te fait nan ligne. Y a pour manger dans midi.
So in the beginning, we just had everybody, like in a cafeteria type line. So it was one line and they were going to get a plate. They were served a plate of food.
Et puis, nous te jwenn an pile témoignage dans professeur qui dit, gen ti moun ki pa manger, les comme ça bay au problème dans classe.
But the teachers were saying, if the kids are late, they don't get any food, and that's giving us a lot of problems. Or the kitchen is running out of food, not thinking more people are coming, and so then those kids were giving a lot of problems during class.
Parce que yo sorti loin, les yo vin dans l'état, yo jwenn manger avec ta fille.
Because some of them, many of them are coming from far away, up to an hour walking to us. So then if they're late, they don't get any food.
Et puis ensemble, nous vin chercher d'autres solutions, nous bay manger aller dans classe, nan kivette pour professeur séparer bay ti moun. Yo kon sa n'importe ti moun qui vin dans l'état, manger chita aptan dans classe.
So they brought this problem up, they have a weekly staff meeting, and together they decided it would be better if the kitchen staff gave them each a bowl of food for each classroom, and then the teacher could control that better. And that way everybody gets food. And they also know, which kids might be hungrier than others, right? Fare isn't always equal. And so Samila had told me that sometimes she knows which ones are going to be hungry by recess time. So she tends to give them a little more food to make sure that there's no problem. Okay. Merci un peu.
Merci, Chrislo.
Thank you, Samila. Now we're going to hear from Jessie Auger. Jessie has been a longtime breakfast donor. She's a teacher from the Boston Public Schools. And so I'm going to hand it over to her to tell us why she's a breakfast donor.
Thank you, Chris. Good morning, friends. Bonjour, amis. So wasn't that good? I don't speak Creole. And this is my wife, Naomi. We have been breakfast supporters for as long as I can remember. Obviously, the reasons have just been presented to us very, very clearly and better than I could say. But I guess when I think about breakfast for children starting school every day, one very obvious to all of us is that if you don't have your body nourished, then your mind cannot be nourished either. So you need obviously healthy food to be able to think and be alert and be yourself and learn. But the other thing I think about for our school where we work in Boston and at Matènwa is that I feel like eating together, coming to a place where you are served food that is healthy and of your community. It's like being with family, and we're a second family at school.
Yeah.
And MCL, yeah, Matènwa, the Community Learning Center is a second family. And to me, that's really, really important. That belonging and safety and trust.
Thank you so much, Jessie. So,
Thank you for all your work.
thank you. It's very nice to be back in Matènwa. So our aim today was so that those who are already part of the breakfast program could see, it live in action, what you're contributing to and how important the consistency is for all the kids. And our objective today also is to see if we can get 10 new breakfast donors. We think that that's kind of lowballing it, but we always like to make our goal. So we're hoping that you might sign up if you haven't already, or tell this to your friends. They can always go to our new website at matènwa.org/breakfast and sign up. And the people who are here today, we feel are really supporting us, really dedicated, and are the ones that can help us speak to others about how important this school is, and that it's not in Haiti all the bad news you're hearing. It's not all over Haiti. When I got here, it was like, oh, this is the way it always has felt, calm and warm, and everybody supporting each other. And it was really a breath of fresh air after reading every day about, how bad it is, how bad it is, how bad it is. And here, there's just so much hope, and, they're just thinking about how much better they can make it, how much better they can make it, and how far they've come. So thank you so much for being part of this. I really appreciate it a lot.
We want to do a Q&A.
So now, if you have any questions, here's the time for questions. Look, I didn't talk too much. There's 10 more minutes left.
Chris,
I'm Yvonne.
the waiting room.
Can
Can
you
you
introduce yourself and then ask the question?
Yeah, I'm gonna say bonjour, Chris.
Bonjour.
Yes. Does all the kids get the breakfast? Every student that comes to school, they get it from the upper grade as well.
Yes, breakfast is given to everybody all through the high school. So preschool through high school, there is actually the number of children keeps increasing because of the gang violence. Some people are running to La Gonave to escape that. And so last year we had about 325 kids. Then we had when we started the school this year, there was 345 kids, then 49 kids, and now we're up to 352 children, I believe. Is that right, Williamson? So, yeah. So all 352 get food. And as some of you know, we also share that with some of the elders that we know. don't have family to provide them food. So some of our kids go to those homes every morning to give them some food. And all the high school kids, well, all the kids, we encourage them to bring a container. So if they want to bring food home, they can do that. Because that example of the little girl is not the only one who was trying to hide that they were bringing food home for their parents.
That's a great job. Good job, guys. Yeah.
Another question?
Good morning, everyone. Brian, I think there's a few other people in the waiting room. If you could let them in, please. Sorry.
In the waiting?
And also, Chris, how many of the children are eating now? It just seems like how many do we have this morning that we're feeding?
So this is just the kindergarten that we're looking at right now.
Okay,
But 352 kids.
okay. So
And
the
there's
kindergarten are just
probably
inside
about,
right now, but
20 adults, elders in the community that get breakfast as well.
Jennifer, it's like to know, are we needing to find additional teachers? We need to find more teachers. Chat.
So we have a big staff of about 52 people. They're not all teachers. There is a rotation weekly of the kitchen staff. So there's 4 different teams. And I saw them last night. It's amazing because they start their preparation. I was there last night, and at about 7 o'clock, I saw a bunch of them preparing some stuff. And they're in teams of like 3 or 4 people. And they sleep at the school because they have to start cooking at 3 a.m. So they actually sleep in the kitchen. This is their choice. And so I feel like every time I come, there's something else they're doing to improve how they're delivering the food and education. So I was quite surprised, but happy that they do that. Yeah. Another question?
Always rice and beans, Jennifer asked on the chat, is it always rice and beans or?
What is that right now? Kisa yo manji makanaki. Oh, so this is actually it's not wheat, barley, PT me. PT me, does anybody yeah, what is PT me in English? Or Ivan? Anyway.
Sorghum, something like that.
Sorghum and bean sauce. It is not the same every day. Yo mande, kisa yo manji na mate. Est-ce que c'est même bagay chaque matin? I'll be the expert that way.
Oh
Kila
no,
bagay.
yo manje piti mi, saswa kongo, yo manje chaka.
Sometimes now I'm thinking, I only know these things in Creole. They eat rice with green peas. They have rice and beans, like you said, or with sauce. They have sometimes it's cornmeal and chaka. What is chaka?
My European.
A different type of corn. They peel. Okay, and you put pumpkin in there and beans in that. Some give them the independent soup, which is called pumpkin soup with a lot of vegetables and meat in it. Sometimes they're getting cassava, which is a local bread that they make. with peanut butter, which is also a local product that they make. What I can do is everybody is actually going to line up for the flag raising. So I'll show you that instead. So I don't know, Makanaki, I did. And the kids, when they're eating, they actually don't talk much. But what's happening now is the flag raising. If anybody wants to see that, you can stay on. And we can show you that. Umat Allah, if you want to. Any other questions?
Let's thank Makanaki and Beaches.
Okay, so before we go, we just want to thank some of our staff, which is Makanaki. He is the one who always takes the pictures and the videos that you see. Very talented videographer who's was born in Matènwa and is doing a great job for us. And also Bijas, who is Abner's son. He's our computer. He's already back in his computer room because he's got a class. You can okay. So you can see the kids are going to class. Yeah. Yeah. I think they like this, see this part though. Okay. So we want to thank you for coming. Now that we have pretty good internet extending to different parts of the yard, maybe we'll have another one where we can walk you around so you can see some of the other classrooms. But thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Stay warm.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
stay
Thank you.
warm.
Merci. Merci.
Merci.
Merci. Merci. Merci.
Merci, merci.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thanks for all your support.
Okay.
Thank you, Messi. I love you, Chris.
All right. Doing a great job.
Bon Dieu béni, tout le monde.
Okay.
Okay. Bye bye. Merci.